It's overrated. It costs too much. This is the greatest iPhone ever. The iPhone 10 is definitely a source of controversy, but is it for you?
Smith Tech.
And that's the question I'm here to answer. Is the iPhone 10 for you? Let's talk about the things that I like. The first thing that I like is wireless charging. Now, the Samsung Galaxy S8 has a wireless charger. Most Android phones have had a wireless charger, but Apple decided it's time to introduce this into the iPhone. And I really think they did a good job, because when I put my Galaxy on the Samsung, I actually have a Samsung wireless charger. I have to get it in the right spot, but the iPhone 10, I mean, that thing gets within like a quarter of an inch and it starts charging. I like the front-facing camera, and the reason why I like it is because of the portrait mode. Now, for those not familiar with portrait mode, it basically allows you to mimic what a DSLR camera does, where it focuses in on the subject and blurs out the background and giving you really professional looking photos. Well, on the iPhone 10, it was added to the front-facing to take your selfies to the next level. Now, along with the front-facing cameras, the notch that's on the top of the iPhone, there's a bunch of various sensors. And what that allows you to do is Apple's newest feature, which is Face ID, which replaces Touch ID. Now, I haven't had a problem with Face ID. I know other people have had struggles with getting it to recognize them. I would recommend to redo your setup for the Face ID. I've seen videos where they've had twins unlock the phone. I don't have a twin, and in my experience, for me, Face ID has worked really well, whether that be during the nighttime or during the daytime. If I get that thing within a foot of my face, it'll unlock. Now, who hasn't had a situation where you get a text message and your phone's on the counter, and the next thing you know, you see somebody walking by looking at your messages? But what I like about with the Face ID is that when you get, let's say, a text message, all it says is iMessage, or it says text message, and it doesn't show the contents of that notification until Face ID recognizes your face. So that goes for not just your text messages, but any other notification. It kind of gives you a little bit of privacy. Not the biggest feature that you could have, but it's those little features like that that really make me like Face ID a lot. Another feature that I liked on there was a new feature to the iPhone 10, which is AR, or augmented reality. And what augmented reality allows you to do is to take yourself, whether it be a photo or video of yourself, and it can put you into other scenes, like you saw at the beginning of my video. So not only can you do little scenes like that on the Clips app, but you can stitch them together and you can make little videos that you can put on your social media or send to your friends. Now, also with augmented reality, there's games that allow you to basically walk around and transform your environment into actual games. Speed. Let's talk about speed. Now, you would think that it's a given that the iPhone 10 is fast. And to allay your fears, the iPhone 10 is a very fast phone. Now, why is that an issue? Because a few years back when the iPhone 6 came out, it was a redesigned handset, just like this one is. But the thing about that is that it was a really, really painfully slow phone. You go to open your web browser and you'd have to wait a moment, and then it would pop up. Or you would do various things like opening your message app or trying to make a phone call, and it just would take forever to do those things. Now, when the iPhone 6S came out, it was blazing fast speed. So I was really happy that when Apple decided they wanted to redesign their phone in the iPhone 10, this phone was not slow out the gate, and they didn't make us wait to an S version to actually make it fast. Now let's talk about some of the things that I wish were better on this phone. One thing that I don't necessarily care for is that, of course, with the removal of the home button, it relies upon gestures. One of the issues I have with gestures is that multitasking has become an important thing of how we use our phone. And when you multitask with the iPhone 10, you got to kind of figure out how to actually multitask. You know, you like to close an app. It requires you to swipe up and hold, and then you have to press on the card, wait for the little X, and then you click it out. I think there could be a better way of doing that. Another thing that I wish was better that I kind of don't like on the phone is that I wish the screen got brighter. I have a Samsung Galaxy S8, and the OLED screen is captivating. It is bright, it is beautiful. But Samsung makes TV, so it's kind of a given that they're gonna make a great screen. At the end of the day, having a brighter screen affects how well your videos look. Whether you're watching a movie, whether you're on the website, brighter colors stand out to you more and make what you look at more appealing. So I wish that the iPhone 10 could actually get a little bit brighter, and then it could keep up with the competition. Another thing is that I wish the iPhone 10 wasn't so delicate. I'm pretty sure you've seen the videos. If you drop this phone once, it's done. It's a guaranteed I have to have a case. I mean, all iPhones need a case, but this one will not survive. 100% guarantee will not survive a fall without a case on it. Now, the questions that I get about this phone, people ask me, what is it like to use a phone with no home button and all gestures? I feel that I had an issue with the home button not being there for about a half a day. I found myself clicking on the screen to a home button that wasn't there. But after about a half a day, I was able to do the gestures and they came naturally. I get asked about the notch that has all the sensors on the top of the phone. Yes, in the beginning, I did notice it there. But after a while from using it, because the app developers are really developing around the notch, it actually isn't that bad. I don't find that it's noticeable. It doesn't take away from the experience. It is a very big screen on the phone. So the notch wasn't that bad. So again, lastly, is the iPhone 10 for you? And I'll break this up into two categories. You have your iPhone user and you have your Android user. If you already have an iPhone, the iPhone 10 could be a potentially good upgrade for you, but it's $1,000. Are you willing to spend $1,000 on the phone? What you're gaining with this is that you're gonna have a nice full screen, a bigger screen, smaller phone. That's great. You get a 4K camera on the back, 60 frames per second. It'll make your videos look really well. You're gonna have the highest quality, cutting edge iPhone experience that you can have with all the bells and whistles that go along with it. Is that worth $1,000? I'm torn between that, but I enjoy it. I think that if you bought it, you would enjoy it too, but do you have to absolutely upgrade at this time? I would say not necessarily. Now for an Android user, I don't necessarily see them switching over to this phone. I mean, Apple's getting closer and closer as far as hardware and features to the things that Android users have had for a long time, but I just don't see an Android user switching over unless they were really curious to the iPhone 10. So the iPhone 10, do you have to have it? Is this a must-have device? No, I don't think that it's a must-have device. I feel like the iPhone 10 is like buying a boat. Buying a boat is great. Great thing to do. Do you have to have it? Not necessarily. So if you haven't already upgraded and you're thinking about upgrading, if you do it, great. If you wait, maybe it'll be cheaper. Maybe next year's version of the phone will be even better and give you more reasons to upgrade. Once again, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that you took the time to watch this video. If you want to get more updates on my upcoming videos that are coming up, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Till next time, J Tech, out.